There are 5 essentials to survival. If you are stuck in a survival situation, these are the 5 essentials for survival. 1. Having a good head on your shoulders. It is always good to have a good head on your shoulders because you may have everything you need to survive, but if you don't have a good head on your shoulders, you will die. 2. A fire. A good fire is very important because you can do so many things with fires that you can boil water, food, ward away animals, and it's also just comforting. So it also helps out with a good head. 3. A shelter. A shelter is very important because you never know when you may need one. In case of it suddenly rains, or protect you from the ground. The ground is also cold, where if you have a shelter, get off the ground, it'll give you that much more warmth. 4. Water. Water is very important because you can, in a hot terrain, you could live about 2.5 days being in the shade in a hot terrain, 2.5 days without water. That's not a lot of time, but it's not like you can die that night. Where the other 3, you can die right away. 5. Food. Food is very important, but not as important because it takes you 3 weeks, roughly about 3 weeks without food. You can live 3 weeks without food. But food is also very important because when you have food in your system, you have more energy and you can go a lot farther and you can do a lot more. So that also is very important. So it's essential. And there's one tool that you need that would be really good to have. It's not necessary, but to survive, you really would like to have that. Some form of knife. You can create your own knife. You can use rocks, but it's harder, and also it's a little more dangerous because you can cut yourself in the process, and that's something you don't need. But also, depending on the terrain, it can be you can't make a knife because if you're in a sandstone area or shell, but yeah, a sandstone area where the rock is just brittle, it'll just break apart. You can't have any hard, sharp edges. And these are the 5 essentials and 1 tool you will need for survival. I will be going more in detail about these later on. Thank you.